It's showtime.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore welcome back to another exciting and scary review. Tonight we're taking a look at this skeleton lizard which I got from Walmart. Not really sure what species of lizard this is supposed to be. My working theory is it is just a gecko with a long ass tail. But as you can see here, it's just done in this white. Now the eyes, this is something interesting I want to talk about, the eyes here. That looks like somebody colored it in with a Sharpie. I mean, maybe it's just a cheap little paint, but to me, that seriously looks like somebody colored that in with a Sharpie. I didn't do this, guys. I swear to you, I did not do this. This is how it came at the store. Look, you can still see, I haven't even taken the tag off. It just says, Celebrate $4.98 animal skeleton. Yeah. So I have no idea why the eyes are so poorly painted. I mean, this is just a cheap little $4 skeleton, but still, like, you could have used some, like, better looking paint. This looks like you colored onto it. Like, it looks so cheap, but you can see the face with some kind of, fused bones here making up the skull. You can see the nostrils there, some cracks, the vertebrae going all the way down the back and onto the tail here. Really long tail. You can see the ribs, and then you can see these bones here, the kind of hip bones that connect to the legs. Really cool stuff. Lots of like clawed fingers here. Now, breaking the illusion, when you go it upside down, same sort of thing that we had for the turtle, right? The turtle had like a hollow inside, but this is just taking it to new levels of cheap. Okay, like this just looks super bad. Again, you couldn't have just done it flat. You couldn't have just like put another piece of plastic inside here that would have fit inside here, and then you made it look a little bit nicer. No, it's just completely flat. There's nothing going on there. You know, maybe he had his guts and intestines pulled out. Who knows? Maybe that's why he's a skeleton now. You can see like the eyes kind of poked in there. But yeah, I mean, for a skeleton, it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a cheap, Walmart skeleton for Halloween, so you're not gonna get anything super crazy. I mean, hollowed ass insides, but the bones, like the vertebrae in the bone, I don't know how accurate that is. I don't even know if like geckos have tails that are this long. But then again, I only really know the crested gecko and the crested gecko and the leopard gecko. Leopard geckos are awesome, man. But yeah, those are the only two geckos I really are familiar with. Maybe there are some forms of geckos that have like super long tails like this. But yeah, I mean, there's not much really to say. It's just a skeleton of a gecko. Bones are probably incorrect. I know that a lot of these Halloween skeletons are not very accurate when it comes to the actual skeletal structure of the animal they're trying to do. I mean, point in case, we got freaking snails and butterflies and octopus. Animals that don't have skeletons. Even spiders. Spiders have an exoskeleton, which is on the outside of their body. Their armored kind of appearance when all their intestines and organs are inside there. So, like, they don't have an actual interior skeleton. They have an outside skeleton. And then you got octopus who just don't have a skeleton. So, I mean, this seems pretty accurate to me, but I'm sure some animal expert out there could tell you that this is wrong, and it probably is. I'm going to take off the tag here, so we don't have that floating around. And the tag is gone. All things considered, it's a nice skeleton. I mean, it's a cheap skeleton from Walmart, like I said before. So I'm not expecting anything too crazy. I mean, it does what I need it to do. Just be a lizard skeleton for my pet cemetery theme in the front yard this year. Just gonna be chilling in the grass among the tombstones of various different animals. Maybe he'll come back and haunt his former owner. Really cool stuff. I mean, just for comparisons here, the only really thing I have to compare it to in regards to lizards is this Safari Ltd crested gecko. So he's not like a small skeleton, but he's not like huge either. Like, I mean, the Safari Ltd lizard is pretty big. It's about, I'd say, the size of an actual crested gecko. And this one is just like a little bit bigger. But you can see them together. But at the end of the day, I like this. It does what it needs to do. It's really cheap. I'm sure you could find something that's a little bit better at like Spear Halloween, Party City, Halloween City, if you will, if you have Halloween City in your area. You know, I'm sure there's lots of options when it comes to lizard skeletons, but this is just sort of a cheap thing that I wanted, you know, to have a little lizard skeleton in my theme this year. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Happy haunts, and I'll see you in the next spooky video.